Hey everyone, it's Leo Young here with Impressive Graphics Media, and Rooster Teeth announces a new animated show and more for the year of 2018. Now, it's only the third week of the new year, and the Austin, Texas-based production company, Rooster Teeth, continues to surprise us all at every turn. Within the first week, we got word from multiple employees from the company, Elise Williams, Bernie Burns, Jeff Ramsey, and all their respected divisions, that they are currently in development for new projects coming in this year. Now, one of the projects was announced today. Director of the 2D animation, Jordan Schwartz, announced that Rooster Teeth's next 2D animation is Nomad of Nowhere. Now, Jordan says, and I quote, "It's a Western/fantasy mashup about a mysterious nomad traversing a Western wasteland that hasn't seen magic in 100 years. But now there's a price on his head, and he's going to have to avoid bounty hunters and captors who all want to score big when they bring in the world's last magical being. Think of it as a two-part Samurai Jack and True Grit with just a dash of the Lord of the Rings." Now, along with Nomad of Nowhere, during one of Rooster Teeth's other shows, Bernie's Vlog, CCO Bernie Burns dropped the name and description of the lab. The way Burns explained the show, it was to work like it's a smaller production style where a group of employees are given a camera and sent to a location to film something entertaining. Now, the first thing that came to mind when I heard this description from him was it is a combination of elements from both the RT shorts and the vlogs that he makes. And Rooster Teeth Life. If you don't know what Rooster Teeth Life is, well, I'm pretty sure you do, but a quick summary is basically it's just Rooster Teeth employees filming their day within the company or hanging out with each other. And that seems to be a similar type of style, but this time, like I said, not much information is given about this, so we're going to have to see exactly what the lab, or I'm not sure if that's the legit exact name of it now, or they plan to change it in the future, but that seems to be what they're doing. Now, one of Rooster Teeth's most known productions is RWBY. Currently, the show is on its 5th season, or volume, premiering on October 27, 2017, and it is finishing January 20, 2018, 3 days from now. Now, reported by Entertainment Weekly, the 6th volume of RWBY is set to release fall this year. That, I believe, I'm not 100% sure how the production release times of RWBY acts. I've recently gotten into the show, and when I did, I was at volume 4, so I basically went through 1, 2, 3, and 4 quickly, but then I had to wait some time for 5. So I'm very, very excited for that one. And finally, during RTX Austin last year, it is an event set by the company. The head of Rooster Teeth Animation, Gray Haddock, announced Genlock, their second fully 3D show. A summary for Genlock follows. On the losing side of a global culture war, an experimental science unit is pushed to identify a team of young pilots who can control a variety of prototype next-generation mecha-giant robotic weaponized bodies. That is a lot, Mr. Haddock. The recruits will find, however, that their newfound abilities come at no small cost. Alright, well, this is just the small tip of the iceberg for many of Rooster Teeth's other projects are still being closely kept to their chest. And from what it sounds like in a recent Achievement Hunter podcast by Jeff Ramsey and Ryan, there seems to be more live action things coming for the Let's Play family, which is a group of gamers or entertainers who seem to be strongly based within the gaming section of the world or entertainment, who all come together and they do stuff. It seems to be more live action oriented content coming from their way. As for everything else, Genlock and Nomad of Nowhere seem to be the newest shows. We had no clue about Nomad of Nowhere. Like I said, it was released. It was announced today. It was announced today by Mr. Jordan, but Genlock was said a year ago. For me, all this is pretty great. I'm excited to see what the channels come. Rooster Teeth has been entertaining us all for more than 10 years, more than a decade, coming close to 2. So I'm just curious about you, the viewer. Are you a fan of Rooster Teeth or all the productions? I know that there are people who have issues with the current style of RWBY because Monty Ohm, the original creator, is no longer Bless his soul, is no longer working on the project, and a number of people view or think that because he's no longer there, Rooster Teeth or the writers and animators are taking like the story that originally was set and they're changing it a bit, and they're not as good or not as refined as it once was. Like the animation, it looks better, but a lot of like the sequencing, the writing, all that, the direction that the story is taking place is not going so well. So for me, I say it like this: while you might view that on RWBY, Genlock and Nomad of Nowhere seem to be two different stories. People seem to love Camp, and Genlock is a new animation they're working on. So there's really, if you don't like RWBY, you could probably jump over to Genlock, but they're also the people who are like, I don't like the animation style of RWBY, and they're probably going to copy it to Genlock. But RWBY is a magical action adventure type of story, while Genlock seems to be a science mecha giant robot transformer based story. So most likely you will see different types of animation styles between the two. And for Nomad to Nowhere, there's the Rooster Teeth animated shorts, Camp, and this. I suppose if you want, you can count the Achievement Hunter one, but there's just these three animated series going on right now. So with Nomad to Nowhere, I like True Grit, I liked Samurai Jack, and I'm skeptical about Lord of the Rings, but that's just me. Like I said, I want to hear your opinions about the upcoming shows. If you think Rooster Teeth is putting their money where their mouth is, or if you're one of those people who still just straight up think because full screen is around they ruined them. I personally believe because full screen is around, this is the reason, they are the reason that they can make this type of stuff. But like I said, I want to hear from you. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did and you want to get updated to our next video, please hit the subscribe button to get access to our notification gong to get updated to our next video. Or you can support the channel by just liking, commenting, and sharing with your friends and family. Other than that, though, once again, I'm Leo Young. This is Impressive Graphics News. I'll see you in the next one. Stay impressive.